try getting GPU instances on spot. It's an extreme challenge, right? So what I want people to think about is, yeah, there's a lot of savings that you can achieve in instance costs, but between, let's say, spot and on demand, availability and scalability are important considerations as well. And so at AWS, we like to think of it as the total cost of ownership, the total cost of ownership for your particular workload. And that also goes into thinking about things like how often would I be able to get this particular savings? How often I'm going to be interrupted? How often, how many samples would I run to run on a normal basis, and what my turnaround times are going to be? And all of those things are important when you think about TCO analysis for your workloads.
Yeah, I just wanted to jump on that. I think it ties into the idea of really understanding what trade-offs you're making and what's your priority. For example, if you're running a production pipeline where you just need to keep it churning, but you don't need to have the results immediately, you can wait, you can deal with retry. You might also not necessarily need the latest and greatest hardware. However, if you're in an R&D activity and the time of your developers is more expensive than the time of the machines, right? So you need to be able to have your developers progress very rapidly, be able to iterate extremely rapidly, because the cost of paying the humans who are operating the machines is higher, and also the cost, the opportunity cost of needing to find the solution faster than maybe your competitors. You need to be able to work and advance extremely quickly, knowing what is your, I want to say, your business imperative. Like, what's more important, getting the answer fast, getting to a product fast, or do you have just something that's running in your background? The nice thing with a lot of this infrastructure is that you can do both. You can have two different kinds of activities, and you can have the same workflow in many cases. You can design it, implement it in a way that gives you a lot of flexibility, and especially with something with a workflow language, workflow framework, you can have the plumbing be designed to be very flexible, so that you can separate the configuration of what kind of infrastructure you're going to run it on from the workflow itself, in the sense of what are the steps, the processing that needs to be done to the data, in what order, what scientific tools, etc., so that you can initially have something that runs very quickly on a particular set of infrastructure requirements, specifications. But then once you've got something stable that you just want to run in production in background, you can shift just by making a new configuration and run with different infrastructure requirements.